All right, so we continue on. Your team is officially set, chat. Again, point guards, Tommy Campbell and Charlie Haynes. Alonzo Swift is random depth. Shooting guard, Todor Siki is with Wenli Liu. Again, hopefully the game is smart enough to start Todor. Small forward, Travis Bradley and Lulu. Again, the idea, Lulu is a great perimeter defender, but have him at forward instead of guard so that he's 2 overall points higher. He'd be a 73 at guard. Power forward is going to be Trent Griffin, trying to get him to develop. Lothar Kramer, of course, spends a year away. And then at center, Horace Keefe is with Jonathan Banks, who we have moved over to center to try and allow it to play Trent Griffin at power forward. So if we take a look here, and indeed, it works out pretty well. So it is Campbell, Lou, Bradley, Griffin, and Keefe as your starting 5. Sixth man is Charlie Haynes. It does start Siki behind Lou. And I will try to change that, and hopefully it doesn't edit it back, but maybe Todor will get better this year. Lulu also gets some time off the bench, as does Jonathan Banks. Running 9 players off the bench, which is good. So many of you guys have. So that is your team this year. Campbell, Todor, Travis Bradley, Trent Griffin, and Horace Keefe. So a real weakness at power forward until Lothar Kramer comes over from Germany next season. But Charlie Haynes is a really solid 6th-man option. Again, he's still just 21 years old. And Wenli Liu and Lulu off the bench. So I honestly don't hate the team that you guys have right now. Like, for anybody who's like, oh, we're definitely screwed compared to Tougie's team for the superstars that I have. Not quite. Question, though, chat. Who are your focus players? I'm going to leave that up to you. Out of your 5 starters, who are your focus players? Because, I mean, Campbell, Keefe, that's not bad. But honestly, you might want to have Todor be your #1 guy. Just feed him the ball and see if he can develop. I would certainly have Campbell, Siki, and Keefe as my top 3. I'd leave Bradley out, considering he's now 26. I would personally go Todor, Campbell, Keefe. Or Todor, Keefe, Campbell. What do you think? I mean, again, I would just feed Todor the ball and try to let this kid develop after spending last year in the G League. He's your best prospect, and he was a 3rd round or a 2nd round pick, 3rd overall. So, wheelchair saying Todor, Keefe, Campbell. Are we in agreement there? I don't hate it. The offensive focus is the pick and roll offense. Offensive tempo is shoot at will, according to your coach, Ethan Hawkins. Any disagreement? Honestly, I think it's okay. Let me know if you guys disagree, but I think it's pretty good. Let's go take a look at your Omaha Airmen, who now, honestly, as much as you guys are like, hey, your team is better, I have pressure. I have pressure now. That's the one issue. I'll get rid of Kendrick Nunn. I'll get rid of Caleb Martin, for sure. Got Baxter and Snow, Bledsoe, Thomas, Red. Signed Kelly Olynyk for me, which is pretty funny. Also signed Jay Crowder, all the former Celtics, baby. So I'll have to sign 2 power forwards. And I will also have to sign a center. So really quickly then, to check my team and just make sure everyone's in the best spot. Kenny Snow, who will be playing this year, is a better forward than a guard. No real surprise there. Honestly, it's interesting. I think, yeah, probably forward and shooting guard over point guard. Because we have pretty good point guards to begin with. He's actually a 71 rated power forward. He's just too small. 50+ wins for your team this year. That's not going to happen. So Kenny Snow will definitely be forward and guard. That works for me. Have him as a shooting guard over a point guard. That's fine. Herb Dixon. Not too hard to guess where Herb's going to be. 87 center and an 86 power forward. He's a 74 rated point guard. He's an 83 small forward. How about DeCita? Again, no surprises as to where he's going to be. He's actually big. And again, what we discovered is that Herb has an 84 overall three-pointer. So I am actually going to leave DeCita as a center. Because when DeCita comes to this team, Herb gets moved to power forward. And hopefully he can start using that three-point shot a little bit more. Herb Dixon's going to be a power forward next year. Once Havel DeCita's ready. It's ridiculous. I will say, if you guys wanted to say, screw the Euro Stash players, you guys get Kramer this year, I get DeCita this year, I'd be in favor of that. If you guys wanted to make that agreement to say we both don't have to abide by the stash rules, I would totally do that. Totally do that. But it doesn't exactly fit your plan of tanking this year and would really only benefit me, so I know you're going to say no. But yeah, DeCita will be a center and power forward. Hey, I had to try. I had to try, Chad. I had to try. So yeah, DeCita will definitely be a center and a power forward. No doubt about that. Dylan Bledsoe is in a really interesting spot because Bledsoe is an 83 small forward, but an 82 power forward and an 82 shooting guard. I mean, he's just clearly our best player. Not named Herb. Jared Page, of course, 6'2", doesn't have the height to play anywhere else, so he is, what, a 77 point guard and a 76 shooting guard. Darren Gooden, of course, will stay as a power forward center. No doubt about that. Eddie O'Brien, with his height, will likely stay. I mean, he's an 80 overall point guard, a 77 shooting guard. He's likely to stay. Franny Baxter. Baxter is actually an 81 point guard. Baxter could be my new point guard this year, but he's also an 80 shooting guard. He's more well-rounded than Eddie. Thomas at 6'6". Doesn't have the height really to be a power forward. So he is a 72 small forward and a 70 shooting guard. Just need a guy under 6 foot as a starter with those bigs for the memes. We do have a guy under 6 foot, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not. Maybe he grew to 6 foot. I could have sworn he was 5'11". And Martin's not mine. We also have Neil Red, who is trash, for being honest. He has the height, but he doesn't really have the size to be a good power forward, but beggars can't be choosers right now. All right, cool. So my team is a little bit less difficult to set up than yours. So obviously Herb, DeCita, and Gooden pretty well set up where they are. And then just to take a look here at point guard, yeah, I think it's pretty obvious what we're gonna do here. So point guard will be Eddie O'Brien with a shooting guard secondary position. Oh boy, I'm excited for this season. For obvious reasons. Mr. Francis Baxter will be the franchise, of course. Francis Baxter is set at shooting guard, point guard. And then we have Jared Page at point guard, shooting guard. He'll be our backup point guard primarily. From there, I mean, no doubt then the primary forward on this team. Again, if Page, O'Brien, well, that's good. Bledsoe will be our starting small forward. Honestly, I think secondary position will stay power forward, just out of kind of necessity. Let's take a look here. Gooden at power forward center. That works for me. Herb, of course, Center power forward. Oops, didn't mean to go back there. Yeah, good old Darren Gooden. We have Herb Dixon down low. And then, yeah, Havel DeCita will not be playing this year. Don't worry, but I'm going to add power forward as a secondary position because, again, as of next year, he will be our starting center. Herb will be a power forward. It's fucking hilarious. And then from there, I mean, Gooden is my only power forward. I think that means that Neil Red will stay forward and power forward. Works for me. And then from there, actually, you know what? Neil Red might as well just be designated a power forward this season. Fuck it. He's not an ideal option to have at power forward, but we'll have him power forward, small forward. I'm just trying to open up space at forward for other players. Because I'm thinking that Kenny Snow is going to be a forward and a guard. Number 24 with shitty tattoos, it's Kenny Snow. Move him over to forward where he's a higher rating. And, yeah, Kevin Thomas is already there. I mean, for that reason, you could say, I mean, no matter what, though, Snow is going to be a depth option. So, Kenny Snow, Kevin Thomas. And my team's good. I just got to sign my free agents, and we will get to simming this season. So I need the lowest rated point guard, Thanasis Gordon. I need the lowest rated shooting guard, Jess Christie. I need 2 low power forwards, Archie Miles and Mark Shaw. And I need a low rated center, Corey Cameron. Then really quickly, oops, up to the roster. So again, Gordon's good. Christie's fine. Need to get rid of Jay Crowder. Need to get rid of Ted Martin. And then Cameron can be bumped up from the Iowa Wolves, apparently. So let's take a look then at what my lineup's going to look like. In terms of depth, I am good with 9 players as well, instead of 8. That way Red gets some playing time. Snow's on the bench. Kevin Thomas, Jared Page is the 6th man. Which means my starting 5 is Eddie O'Brien, Francis Baxter, Dylan Bledsoe, Darren Gooden, and Herb Dixon. No doubt, get the ball to Dixon, then Bledsoe. To be honest, from there, it's probably Baxter, if not Gooden. I mean, Baxter was a really good shooter. Whereas O'Brien's not a shooter at all. He is a pure playmaker. Gooden is really good and close. Probably Dixon, Bledsoe, Baxter. Dixon, Bledsoe, and Baxter. Pick and roll offense, shoot at will. I agree with all of that. Cool beans, man. I'm excited for this team. Herb Dixon and his merry men. That's very disrespectful to Dylan Bledsoe. But yeah, Herb's going to be playing 38 minutes a goddamn night. Our team lives and dies on what Herb Dixon is able to do. Now, aside from that, only other things to check. Of course, there's a bunch of random stuff. Technically, if we wanted to sit there and see what else we could do, like, we could technically, if we wanted to change the teams, we could do that, but it's like, why bother? I feel like that's, like, again, what caused the glitch out last season last game was definitely having custom teams, so I don't even really want to get into it. But the only thing to really do then is to set up the training. Mainly the player mentorship, which I really don't want to, but fuck it, it is what it is. So, Jared Page, I forget, is it, let's switch to the breeze, hold on. Back to the airman, player mentorship. So yeah, Page would mentor Baxter. So what we want is Jared Page learning from Eddie O. It's weird that Eddie O has golds for like shooting categories because he's not a good shooter. But bullet passer, needle threader, and honestly we'll go with dimer as well to try to set up Jared Page. So Jared's learning from Eddie O, which means Eddie O can also learn from Jared. We only have 2 silvers. Honestly, I'm not even worried if they're silvers. Again, Eddie O's not much of a shooter. We could make him a shooter, but who really cares? We'll go acrobat. Let's go downhill and hot zone hunter for Eddie O. Mr. Baxter is going to be learning from Dylan Bledsoe. And we're going to focus on abilities that'll make him a better shooter. Let's go corner specialist. I don't actually know what mismatch expert and Lucky 7 do. Let's take a look here. Lucky 7, give a boost in the first 7 seconds of a possession. And mismatch expert, shooting over a taller defender. We'll actually go for those, that works. And then Bledsoe gets to learn from Mr. Baxter. Actually, does that reset it? No, it doesn't. Okay, good. So Bledsoe from Baxter. No golds of which to speak. We can make Bledsoe a better defender. Baxter's a really good defender on top of being a really good shooter. Which is fucking awesome. Baxter's a hell of a player. Kenny Snow and Kevin Thomas can pair up, but there's literally nothing there. So Kevin Thomas can learn from Kenny, tireless defender. And then we have Darren Gooden and Neil Red, liking franchise. I mean, it's more of the same, but again, NBA's had a fantastic franchise. So, definitely not complaining. Try to make Neil Red a little bit better. And then Herb Dixon has nobody to learn from this year because the seed is gone. So honestly, Gooden should learn from Herb this year then. Herb actually has no gold or Hall of Fames. Let's go with, oh man, there's a lot. There's a lot. Let's go rebound chaser, brick wall, and post lockdown. And then Herb can learn from Mr. Gooden the 3 badges that he has. Okay, cool. So my mentorships are set up. We'll set up yours as well. And then we'll get simming. So Tommy Campbell and Charlie Haynes, very obvious. That's who they're going to learn from. They will learn from one another. Chase down artist, sniper, corner specialist. I mean, Haynes is a hell of a shooter, so yeah, all that makes sense. Now, Todor will learn from Wenli Liu. It's interesting that he has posterizer. Let's go acrobat and quick first step. Try and get Todor better. And then Wenli can also learn nothing from Todor. Sorry, Wenli. That's kind of how it happens. Oops. Lulu will pair up with Travis Bradley. Should be pretty good for him because Bradley has some gold badges to work with. And then Bradley, can you learn anything from Lulu? Bradley can learn how to be a better defender, which is really good. Yeah, Lulu already has some great defensive badges too. And then the last one here, we're going to have to ignore Jonathan Banks for the season. Trent will learn from Horace. We'll go with the defensive ones at the bottom here. And can Horace learn anything from Trent? Can learn Rise Up. All right, cool. So there we go. Everything's done for the season. In terms of the beginning of the season power rankings, Omaha is in the top 9, according to NBA.com. Holy shit. People were saying you might start winning. You're right. We might. Holy shit. And sooner than I would have thought. Whereas your Honolulus are 30th out of 32, according to NBA.com. 2K has me at 31st and you at 32nd. Eric Bonish has me at 9th. Has you guys at 31st. So, interesting. And we start off the season against one another, and for the first time, we will start paying attention. So the opening game of the season, Honolulu visits Omaha. I'm expected to be a playoff team. You guys are not, and you are running away with this game. We're not even going to have to jump in. You guys absolutely ran away with the season opener. Charlie Haynes, 31 points to start off this season. Keefe with a double-double. Bradley with a double-double. So a good way for you guys to start the season. Dixon had 20 points, 20 rebounds, and we still lost. Not a bad start. Might be the highlight of your season. We'll find out. But because of that, we'll follow along with Honolulu here and see how you guys do through the opening little bit of the season. Let's go fix roster manually because there's nothing to fix. And we'll keep following along. You guys, I don't have 14 players, do I? What? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, I have injuries, but... yeah, I was going to say, if anything, you guys shouldn't be celebrating that you won. It just hurts your chances of tanking. So it hurts me, but it might hurt you more. Hurt yourselves to spite me. Can I get rid of Mark Shaw while he's hurt? Nope. Let's get rid of Archie Miles then. Okay, now are we fine? Roster. Oh, so wait, the roster needs to be filled out as in I need to sign people? Is that I'm just reading that completely wrong? Also, as a 92 overall player who continues to sit on the free agent list. He has never played a game. He might be glitched. Or it's some random shit about the game that I don't know. So for Omaha, let's just sign some fuckers, apparently. I get that I have injuries. Cool. Now can I sim? There we go. So we're following the Airmen here. We actually had a rematch that I won 133 to 84. So... didn't even notice the rematch. I was so focused on the rosters, so apologies for that. Random legend free agents, a weird setting they put it. That is very weird. You must return to the G League. Return player to the G League, then. You said nobody. Whatever. Dixon showing up as an 88. Oh my god. So Omaha at 13 and 9. We want to get to the All-Star break and then we'll see where we're at. But right now, Omaha doing pretty well. Top 10 team in the power rankings. Maybe not for too much longer. We've had a rough go of it as of late. We have also had a ton of injuries. So as the rosters continue to kind of fill out here. I have playoff expectations. You guys don't. Problem is, if I don't make the playoffs, I don't really care. I know my roster's sick, and that just means I get a better player. Even though I nailed the last draft by getting Havildasita at 19. So, I'm feeling good no matter what. If I make the playoffs, shit, let's see what happens. If I miss the playoffs, I get a better draft pick. For you guys, it's like, we need that number 1 pick, please, 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 please. So, I'm feeling pretty good, but we've had these kind of toss-up moments before where I've looked ahead. Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest. If you guys haven't seen the Tougie versus Twitch chat series from NBA last year or from MLB this year. I won't spoil it. You can presume what happens. They're still fun series. But oftentimes, I end up looking better on paper. And it doesn't necessarily translate to success. It's funny how that works. But we have reached the midway point of the season. Just about at the All-Star game. Standings-wise, Omaha, third in the Eastern Conference at 30-24. Problem is, if I ever win a title, I'm going to have to go through Cade Cunningham, which sucks. Yeah, I am third. The Pacers are the worst. In the Western Conference, oh boy. The defending champion Rockets are on top. Honolulu at 21-33. You guys aren't screwed. You got to get to Golden State. You're only 4 games out. You're 4 games out. It's not a horrible spot to be in. Midway through the season for the Airmen. Oh my God. Herb Dixon. 27 points a game, 13.5 rebounds with 1.7 blocks. He's going to win the fucking MVP. He might actually win the MVP. Bledsoe averaging almost 24 points a game. I cannot believe this man. Oh my God. Then I got Baxter at 14 points a game. Jared Page at 13. Gooden at 10. Eddie O averaging 8.5 assists per game as a playmaker for the team. Goddamn. For the Breeze, 17. Todor, he's leading the way. He's your number 1 option offensively. 17 points a game for Todor. He's up to a 76. Horace Keefe at 15 points a game, 9 rebounds. Campbell's also at 15 points a game, as is Haynes. So for me, I mean, it's Dixon and Bledsoe. For you guys, it's a lot more of a committee. I mean, you look at that right there between Bradley, Haynes, Campbell, Keefe, and Todor. Like, you're getting pretty good consistency across the board. And I mean, Campbell's an 84, Horace is an 83. It's not awful. It's just I have the best player on either team. And that is obviously the gigantic difference right now. Literally the gigantic difference. So, rookie report-wise, by the way, Todor is currently the favorite to win Rookie of the Year. And it's not even close. It's not even close how good Todor has been. Whereas none of my rookies are starting, so no real surprise. But yeah, like Kenny Snow is like 28th in points per game right now. So Todor is likely to win Rookie of the Year. GM power rankings, by the way. Omaha is 6th. You guys are 28th. Fair enough. So, interesting. At the midway point of the season, do we play each other again this year? We've played each other twice. We're in different conferences. I can't imagine there's a third meeting. There is not. Let's sim to April 1st. And we'll see where both teams stand. I'm on pace to make the playoffs. You guys are not, but you're not entirely out of it. Let's see how the boys do. Oh, also, I didn't look at the All-Stars. That's what I meant to do. Scotty Barnes made the All-Star. Herb Dixon makes his first All-Star appearance. Let's go. Yes. No other first-time All-Stars aside from Lauren Holloway of the Spurs and Scotty Barnes. But Herb Dixon, he's not a starter. But Herb Dixon has made an All-Star game. Let's fucking go. I want to look at the award races right now. Herb Dixon is leading the way for league MVP. I'm done. I'm done. He is 20 years old and leading the way for league MVP over Cade Cunningham. Holy shit. This is one of the best. This is like my Freddie McDonough of NBA. This is one of the best players I have ever drafted in a sports game already. This is insane. It is insane how good he is. Oh my God, Cunningham's out for the season. Herb Dixon's gonna win league MVP. And we might actually win the NBA title this season. Because our biggest competition in Detroit just lost their franchise player to a ruptured Achilles. Herb Dixon is going to win league MVP. And I don't think it'll happen. But there is a legitimate chance that we could go all the way and win an NBA title because of this. Oh my God, the series was a good 3 days. Oh my God. I mean, again, Cade is an absolute stud. Won MVP last year. Wow. Rookie of the year. Oh no, Todor got hurt. Out for a week or two. I don't mean for that to sound sarcastic, but if Todor can get healthy, I mean, Tommy Maxwell, it looks like he was sent down to the fucking D-League. So Todor will win Rookie of the Year. I'm confident. Sixth Man of the Year projected to be Trey Mann. Again. Defensive Player of the Year looks like it'll be Giannis. MVP, or Most Improved, I should say, would be Anders Larson. Hey, we know those names. Man, Anders Larson ended up being good, huh? He's an 83. Max Bryan's an 82. Tom Strong. Remember that name. He's 26 already. He's an 81. Herb Dixon and the Omaha Airmen with a lot of pressure on their shoulders. Oh my God. Again, we're going to get to April 1st and look at the situation. This is crazy. We just beat the defending champion Rockets and it wasn't even close. 2 games here to end the month for the Airmen. We won them both. As of April 1st, the Omaha Airmen have the top record in the Eastern Conference and have clinched a playoff spot for the second year in a row. 3 games up on the Pistons without Cunningham. Oh my God, our only weaknesses are our dunks and the strike. That's our only weakness? What? You did say 50 plus wins, Lofa, and you might be right. Last season we were 500, 41 and 41. Average age of 26. We have 1 playoff appearance. This is unreal. Oh my God, man. So that's the Eastern Conference. I'm going back to the playoffs. In the Western Conference, the Rockets have clinched the West, 61 and 15. They might very well win another title. Where are you guys? Uh-oh. 34 and 43, chat. No playoffs for you. It's not going to happen. You would need a miracle with 5 games left. You'd have to win out and need a lot of luck. You are ahead of both LA teams, though. So, I mean, no doubt you're better than you were last year. Like, last year, you guys were tragic. Apparently, it's your IQ and your strength. But, I mean, last year, you guys went 14 and 68. So, you have gotten much better. It's your best season to date. But I have had my organization completely turned on its head by a Hall of Fame caliber center. That's the only way to put it. Lottery odds wise, if the season ends today, you'd have the 6th best odds, an 8.8% chance of winning the number 1 pick. This is crazy. I can't believe this. Herb is no longer the favorite to win MVP. Nikola Jokic is ahead of him. I mean, he's a 94 compared to an 88. I honestly don't know how Jokic is ahead of him. Aside from the fact that the Rockets are the top team. That's bullshit. It is very obvious that Herb deserves this award. Nobody can touch him. Like, I will fucking overrule if Jokic wins MVP over Herb. That would be a robbery. If it goes to LaMelo Ball, I somewhat understand. If it goes to Trae Young because he's averaging a double-double, I understand. Trae is the only other player averaging a double-double other than Herb. So I think, like, legit, we could say, oh, Jokic won it. I don't care. Herb doesn't get MVP. If it's not Trae Young, I'm fucking giving him MVP because that's bullshit. Rookie of the Year as well. If Todor doesn't win it, I'm giving it to Todor because he clearly deserves it for you guys. He has easily been the best rookie. Easily. This guy is not even on the Heat right now. He's in the fucking G League. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. But no doubt, Herb Dixon. Herb Dixon should win. Jokic means more to his team. I don't think he does. I don't think he does, though. Herb is averaging 25 points a game, 13 rebounds. Like, yeah, I have Bledsoe at 23 points a game. Jokic isn't even the highest average guy in his team. He has 97 overall Jalen Green and 93 overall guard Gerardo Alvarez next to him. In no way is Nikola Jokic the MVP of this league. In no way. Not even close. We'll see what happens. 5 games left this season. It's a win, it's a loss, it's a loss. Oh, 3 losses here heading into our final game against the Pacers. That's bullshit. There is no way. Fuck you. Cunningham is disqualified essentially because of the Achilles injury. Herb Dixon is robbed of the MVP. Fucking robbed. Absolutely robbed. 17 points a game, 9 rebounds. Herb averaged 26 points a game, 13.5 rebounds. Robbed. Is there any other player in the league that averaged a double-double? Is there any other player in the league that averaged a double-double? Trae Young. And he's on 14. Like, we'll always know that he didn't get MVP, even if I switch it, and that's fine. Did Mobley? Where was Mobley? Yeah, you're right. Okay, Mobley with the rebounds. So, I mean, 24 points, 13 rebounds. 25 points, 13 rebounds. 5 assists per game. 2 assists per game. I mean, these two were very close. If it went to Evan Mobley, I could agree with it. If it went to Mobley, if it went to Trae Young. But how does Herb Dixon not win MVP? How? Like, it probably would have gone to Cade if he didn't get hurt. What is the logic on that? I don't understand it, aside from the fact that the Rockets were the best team in the league. But I was the best team in the Eastern Conference. I don't understand the logic to that at all. Herb Dixon clearly should have been league MVP. Clearly. So I don't necessarily want to override it, but we'll always know that Herb should have gotten MVP. Jokic is now a 3-time MVP. I don't know what's going on. Honestly, I might override it. I might. Because Jokic, him losing a 3rd MVP, he's going to make the Hall of Fame no matter what. God, that is a robbery. Oh, that's so bad. Can I get a look at the defensive metrics? I just want to understand. So, I mean, this year, 90 blocks, 160 turnovers. I just want to understand. Started every game. 46 double-doubles. Let's write that down. 46 double-doubles, 8 triple-doubles. I want to write that down. He had a plus-minus of 661. Defensive rebound percentage. I just want to look at, like, every stat that I possibly can to try and see the logic for this. We will have to go into advanced stats, I'm sure. All right, so his player efficiency rating was a 25.5. His outright efficiency rating was a 27.9, a game score of 18.7. True shooting was a 624. I mean, effective field goal, I don't care as much about. The rebound rate, the turnover ratio, the pure point rating. Estimated wins added, so a 17.7 EWA. Points weighted per shot, free throw rate. Okay. How does that compare to Herb? Because Herb should have had this fucking title. So, I mean, let's take a look here. So, okay, that's ridiculous. So, Jokic had 46 double-doubles. Herb had 70! 70! Now, Jokic did have 8 triple-doubles to Herb's 2. But 70 double-doubles to 46. Does the 8-2 and triple-doubles even that out? Now, Jokic did have a plus 661 to Herb's 264. That's more of a team stat to show that the Rockets were better, and we know that. Performance rating, 25.5 for Jokic, 25 for Herb. Efficiency, 32.8 for Herb, a 27.9 for Jokic. Game score, 22.6 for Herb, 18.7 for Jokic. The true shooting percentage, I think I marked that down incorrectly, to be honest. I think it was a 624 to a 588. And then the estimated wins added 22.1 to 17.7. Robbed. Robbed. So again, if you want to hold it against me, you go right ahead. Overruled. Herb Dixon was the league MVP. He was. I need to see it. I'll give it back to Jokic because who gives a shit? Herb was robbed. Robbed. Absolutely robbed. I'm furious. I am furious. Where does it even put Jokic in terms of the rating? It puts him below Bledsoe. How far down is this fucker? I know it's sorted by fucking point per game, but Jesus, Mary and Hosa. He's fucking 46th in point per game. My God. 46th in point per game. And this motherfucker won MVP. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. It should have... I don't want to override it because whatever. But dude, should I just keep it? He was 46th in point per game. 46. Like, come on, man. Like, clearly Herb deserves it. Even chat saying keep it, and you guys are rooting against me actively. That's how you know it's bullshit. Chat wants me to have this W. I don't even care if I lose. Let me have the Herb MVP. You guys can win the title first and talk all the shit you want. Let me have this. Because clearly he deserves it. Fuck. I'm just mad the game didn't give it to me. That's horrible logic by the game. Todor won Rookie of the Year, though. There it is. Todor won Rookie of the Year, and he fucking deserved it. I would overturn that if Todor didn't win, and I said that before. He averaged 16 points a game. Nobody else averaged more than 12.8. Like, clearly Todor deserves Rookie of the Year. I wouldn't let them rob you of that, so I'm glad you didn't let the game rob me of that. Todor absolutely deserved Rookie of the Year. And you guys made the right choice playing him in the D-League for a season. You made the right choice. Yeah, obviously, Todor deserved that. Not the highest rated guy in that group, but he deserved it. Chad has big Dixon energy. Jesus, Endo. So good for Todor, winning Rookie of the Year. Herb Dixon, overruled, wins MVP. Trey Mann won 6th Man of the Year. Herb Dixon should win 6th Man of the Year. No, we'll leave that as it is. Defensive Player of the Year was Giannis. Most improved was Anders Larson. Coach of the Year, Steven Silas again, and Joseph Jackson. They got to be with the Rockets, of course. So, I don't know. It doesn't sit right to me to give Herb Dixon this MVP. But he totally deserved it, just like Todor. It doesn't make sense. We're leaving it. How did you not name him to the All-NBA first team? This game's trying to fuck on me right now, and I don't like it. I don't like it. The piss take of Jokic being first team All-NBA. The absolute piss take. Outrageous. All defensive team. Jokic didn't even make the all defensive team. He didn't even make the second team all defensive team. The all rookie team, Todor does make it though. Very good for Todor as the rookie of the year, of course. What an absolute... Jokic, get out. Get out. Actually, you might have been better defensively. Whatever. I don't give a shit. Switch Jokic and Herb. I should. Bledsoe, you can go there for the moment. This is called justice, okay? This is called justice. Where the hell is Joker? Where the hell is he? There he is. He was 11th. That EA logic from a 2K game. You're goddamn right. So the playoffs, everybody. It is Golden State and OKC. Dallas and Portland trying to vie their way in. Houston is the #1 seed again. Denver takes on San Antonio. Memphis plays Utah. And New Orleans will play another team. Omaha goes from the 8th seed to the 1. Boston plays Milwaukee. Cleveland plays Philly. Detroit fell to the 2 seed without Cade. The play-in is Chicago, Washington, Charlotte, New York. The Omaha Airmen to the #1 seed in the East. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Again, we know how good Dixon was. 26 points a game, 13.5 rebounds. He's now an 88 overall. Dylan Bledsoe. How good is Herb going to be at power forward, by the way, when we move him next year? Dylan Bledsoe up to an 84, 23 points a game. And then from there, I mean, Baxter and Page were both pretty damn solid. O'Brien really did focus on just moving the ball. Gooden also did pretty damn well. He'll be nice to have as a potential 6th man next year. Thomas and Snow. Red averaged 2.1 points a game. What a bust. I still made the worst pick of any of us so far with Neil Red. For you guys, Todor was the leading scorer at 16 points. You had Horace at 15, Campbell at 15 as well. Horace averaged just about 9 rebounds a game. Then Haynes, Bradley. So, I mean, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Just not quite where you want it to be just yet. But you guys are going to get there. Made the best and the worst pick, right? That said... Oh, it actually won't say... Yeah, I wanted to see where you guys finished on the board. So the mock draft, which you've barely looked at, has you guys with the 6th pick. We'll see if that stands. But, yeah, look out for a guy named Boris Chapman, apparently. So Omaha is in the playoffs. It's a beautiful thing. Herb gets his damn MVP award. It's a beautiful thing. Wow, Steph Curry's out for the Celtics. Embiid's out right now for the Sixers. That's a huge injury. I am quickly running out of excuses. The Celtics' top players are hurt. The Pistons are without Cade Cunningham. I do not have too many excuses. The question is, who do I play in round 1? Washington. So Washington loses to Chicago, but they beat the New York Knicks. So Charlotte and Chicago don't make it. Washington and New York do. I'll be playing the Washington Wizards. Detroit plays Chicago. Houston will play Golden State, and OKC will play New Orleans. As Portland fell short, as did Dallas. So it's Washington on the agenda. Thank God. I avoid Giannis. I don't know who Washington has, but I do avoid Giannis. It'll be Bradley Beal Denny's still there. Wendell Carter and Corey Kispert. That is so much better than having to play Giannis. Not that Bradley Beal isn't dangerous, but yeah. Oh man, Giannis is hurt. That's probably why they fell short. We have an incredible chance in front of us here. An absolutely incredible chance in front of us here for Herb Dixon and the Omaha Airmen. I just can't believe Herb, man. He's unbelievable. Add to the untouchables list. Give him a confidence boost. Again, he's 7'3" with A three-pointers. Also, I don't remember if he was an A- potential before. I think he was. He's now up to a solid A. He is going to be one of the best players in the league. Hands down. And because we haven't in a bit, best point guard right now is LaMelo and Luka. The Rockets have the third best. Cunningham actually is up there as well. Also, Ben Simmons is listed as a point guard. Shooting guard, Jalen Green. Man, the Rockets are so stacked. There's only 2 shooting guards right now above a 90. Just crazy. Josh Giddey could be somebody to worry about. Could definitely be someone to worry about if I have to play the Bucks. Small forward, there's actually nobody over a 90. Power forward, it's Zion, Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant. Giannis, of course, still up there. And then for centers, there's a lot of competition. Jokic is the #1 center right now. I guess it doesn't show your own players, which is very weird. Very weird indeed. Yeah, it's actually not showing, oh man, Mirai. Didn't you have a chance to draft Mirai, or was that me? He's 27 already, though. I mean, Dixon's an 88. So, he's arguably the 4th best center in the NBA right now. Maybe the 5th because Embiid is hurt. Absolute craziness, man. We're the #1 seed. There is a chance that this could be an incredibly special season. We go into the playoffs at 47-35. I don't know, man. I don't know. It could be something special.